Okay, well, hi everyone, and thank you very much for watching or listening. Anywhere around the UK, anywhere around the world, Liam Hartley back with you with episode 448 of the Simply Inspired podcast. And today, the champ is in the house. Today, we're talking with Spartan, bare knuckle pit fighting champion, Phillip Anthony Hartley. Also, he was 2024 Fighter of the Year as well. And we're doing this interview at the beginning of 2025. It's going to be a big year for the champ. So we're going to be talking about the past, present, future, and his fighting journey, what made him the man he is today. Obviously, primary focus on the fight, but also I got to say that this man is absolutely a true inspiration as well. So
Um,
stay tuned for a little bit of hope and positivity. Everyone knows that's a big part of why I do these anyway, is for that kind of upliftment and positivity and the mental health aspect and all of that good stuff. So, Champ, thank you so much for coming on here, my man. Much
th-
appreciated. Thank you.
Thanks for having us, mate. Thank you. Thank you.
It's my
So,
pleasure because, like I said, I know we tried to do this before, and because I was moving to Cyprus and sort of changing my life and everything, we couldn't make it happen. But now I think it's actually happened at the right time because, like I said, fighter of the year, champion, showing that underdogs can win. I think it's absolutely amazing. So I think it's meant to be, and it's happened at the right time. Now, you've actually got the belt there as well. So
yeah.
can you show us a little bit and tell us a little bit about how it feels to actually have that in your hands?
Yeah, well, it's a token of remember, it's more like a memory token for us from becoming the champion. I
Yeah,
didn't go to the fight to fight for that. I went just to fight, and the caliber of men that I ended up having to fight are like champion material, and the guy had that, so I beat him, and I took it, and I didn't go there to lose. I'm not going to lose another fight. I've lost. I've had nine bare knuckle fights and I've lost six of them. Drew one and won two. But I'm not gonna lose. I've done that learning curve now. I'm never gonna lose another fight. So, but yeah, it's a beautiful little belt, nicely designed, nice bit of bling on that, and it's nice for the little trophy cabinet. I think it goes
yeah,
nice. Goes nice with the room, really. So
absolutely. Yeah, something you can look at every day, and like you said, good memories and good positive vibes there as well. Now, in a minute, shortly, I'm going to go back in time, but before we do, I mean, when you actually, you realize you won it and everything. I mean, it's one thing to watch the fight, but in that actual moment where you realize you won it, what did you actually feel? What goes through your mind and your heart in a moment like that?
relief. Because I just wanted him to go down, man. I was giving him stuff. I was just lopping away at his body, just lopping away at that body, and he just kept coming forward. I, I broke his ribs in round two. At the end of round two, I broke his ribs. I felt his rib go underneath the knuckle. So as he still come out in round three, I thought, bloody hell, this guy's tough. You know what I mean? So I get and I pushed it, but when it got stopped and I saw the hands wave from the ref and I knew I'd won, it was complete relief. I dropped to my knees and I thanked the Lord for giving me the strength that I needed to progress because I've had some very, very strong, tough fights.
Yeah,
And most folk, I'm not trying to blow my own trumpet, but most folk would have been sparked clean out with one dig from some of these monsters that I've fought, some of these warriors, you know. I've proved my point, I've proved my stance there. I've proved my position there. I've earned my respect in that club. You know, because I call myself the love campaigner. It's part of my mental health journey thing. But I don't. I went into the bare knuckle fight saying that I'm the love campaigner. So that took some guts, I think. Do you know what I mean?
yes.
They're like, who's this guy? Who's this? Who's he? But now they're like, Phil, the love campaigner. Yeah, fucking hell, mate. He's a tough guy. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm saying? Oh.
I love it. I mean, say what I love, what I love it because it's very unique and it's a good message to get out there because when you're winning, like not just for yourself, but you're showing other people these things as well. Just so I don't forget to mention it as well, the whole fighter of the year thing as well. I mean, that's got to be a massive good
Because
feeling.
that's the fans and the fighters, that's the members of the fight club and the fans all voted in together, and the staff, the event staff, the medical staff, the folk that see it, the whole in and out of it all, because there's folk that just watch the fight on the YouTube, But they don't see the whole shebang, the whole build up, the crowd. They don't feel the vibration of the crowd and that. But everyone there voted, yeah, best improved, most improved, and best fighter of the year. That's what they've said. So, and that's good because confidence comes with good confidence comes better fighting. You know, the more confident you are, the better fighter you are. I've noticed that as my confidence has grew, my skill set, my determination, my grit, it's gone, it grew with it. You know. Um,
Absolutely. I love that. I mean, the inner journey as well as like what people see on the outside. You also were saying there, champ, as well about like how you got into this and the whole love campaign thing. So I actually want to go back for a minute and just talk about the initial discovery of the Fight Club for you and you know what inspired you to you know be doing everything that you're doing today. Where did it all begin for you with this side of the journey, the fighting journey?
Well, I started in 2016. I started boxing. I done some charity boxing events, yeah, for a big corporation charity. We raised a hell of a lot of money. From there, I went on to amateur boxing for a club named Wilby Car Community Boxing Club here in this town, Doncaster, and when the pandemic kicked in, I'd had a fight, already had a bare knuckle fight because I wanted to really challenge myself. I'd done a few amateur boxing fights, I'd done a charity boxing fight with gloves and head guard. I wanted to really challenge myself, so I took on a champion called Seamus Devlin, and we had an amazing round of fighting. I went for the body again. He was strong, fast, whip it. His knuckles were fast, and they cut up, and the fight got stopped for a cut. As the pandemic lifted, I've turned 40-year-old, so I can't box under England boxing anymore. I can't do what I love to do, which is box fast-paced Olympic style boxing bouts, 3 round, 2-minute rounds. I love that style of boxing, but I can't do it anymore. So the next best thing I've ever experienced was bare knuckle throughout the pan. There's another separate story which I'm not going to go right into, but I did try and get with the club in 2020, but other circumstances stopped that happening. But thanks to the strawweight champ, a brother called Nath Dixon, and the CEO, you know, Christian. Thanks to the brother called Christian. Thanks for giving us that chance to come on there. You know, um, there was a lot of things written that put the club off working with us, but I've all that's been disproved over time, and they've given me that chance, and now I am 1,000,000% loyal to Spartan Bare Knuckle Fight Club, mate. I will turn up. I will never say I'll fight and not turn up. Every time I get tickets, the money will be for the club. The fights I've had so far, I've not made a purse from. I've actually made sure the club got their agreed 50% of ticket sales, which I agreed verbally, so I uphold my word. That's the agreement when you join. You've got to be able to sell 20 tickets, 50% to purse, 50% to club. I always made sure the club got the 50% no matter what, you know, thanks to my merchandise. But that's how I found bare knuckle. I started, and I went and fought a brother called Dean Hunt, and he caught me a beauty, split me open. It was a very fast fight, it was over quickly. Then I fought a brother called Dan Ward. That was an absolute gladiator. I still dream about that today. Do you know what I mean? I still dream of it today. Um, and then I went on and fought a brother called Taff, which was my first boxing fight, a bare knuckle in the ring since the champ Sheamus. That was good. We had a draw. Then I fought a brother called Nathan Aldis, made the Lord rest his soul. Then I fought Taff again. Then I fought a brother called Chris Higgins. Well, I didn't want to fight, and I really struggled to fight him. I really struggled to get in the zone to try and hurt him because I didn't want to. So my shoulder come out of place, so I just took a knee and gave him a fight. And then on the second fight, last fight was a brother called Ross Jr., which I won. And then I fought the current champ, a brother called Jamie Steed, and now I am the current strawweight Bale pit fighting champion, European middleweight, which is absolutely phenomenal. To say when I started this journey, I was homeless. 5 of them fights, I might have lost a few, but 5 of them I done whilst I was homeless in the training camp whilst homeless. You know, sorry if I talk too much. I,
No, no,
I
I love it. I
I
love
tend
your
to get
passion.
away.
No, no, don't apologize. Listen, I love your energy. I mean, it's something, by the way, like when I see your posts and stuff and you know, the things that you shared out there, I love the energy. I love the enthusiasm you have for life and everything. You've got a very positive vibe, a very positive, open vibe and everything.
Life's too short to be miserable, mate.
Oh, yeah.
And when you are miserable, you're allowing the folks that are trying to make you miserable to win. So
Yeah,
that as long as you keep smiling, they lose. Happiness is your haters and your enemies' worst kryptonite. Do you know what I mean? Your happiness, isn't it? So
absolutely.
I do smile a lot, but it's a lot of a front. I'm dying inside, man. And when I get in them bales, I get a chance to release all this horrible trauma and crap that accumulates over the time, stress and that. So it's my medicine. Bare knuckle fighting is my medicine.
Well, you know what? I've been saying for years and years, yeah, with Christian Roberts and with the whole team there. Well, first of all, I mean, it's like a family. It's fun. It's like a family anyway. You don't see
Brilliant.
it in a lot of things. But also, I've been saying for years and years that Christian, and if he listens to this as well, anyone listens to this, you guys are saving a lot of lives, you know, saving each other, and he's saving a lot of people by what you do.
Cool.
People look at it and they see, you know, the brutal side and stuff, but I look at it and I see the healing side because,
Yeah, they don't. They just see the violence and the blood, the guts, the gore, and they think it's just, but they just think it's mindless violence when it's not. It's gentlemanly violence with two folk that consent to battle each other. It's not 10 folk beating on one. It's not a bully beating on someone that doesn't fight back. It's two guys that's trained the body to go to battle, and they may the best man win. And to have an arena where folk can settle the beef, folk can release the demons. Come on, that club last year, brother. I was homeless. I just got housed. The whole club together. I met the cameraman, brother called Kieran Bartlett. Yeah, I met the brother called Kieran at the coffee shop, and he handed us £550 that the club all accumulated together and sorted Christmas not the one just gone, but the Christmas before. Proper sort of Christmas out for us, man. And that's proper love. That's proper love, family love, in it. And
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
the brothers and sisters of a different kind. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
That's what I'm
mm.
saying. That's absolutely what I'm saying. The way people come together, it is amazing, and it is very unique. You know, it is very very unique. So also with this as well. So yeah, I mean the homeless side of it and everything. I mean that's amazing because I heard bits and pieces about that, but I didn't realize you were fully like you know during those camps and everything. And
Yeah.
you know that is absolutely like
So the
like
main problem I found whilst being homeless was creating washing. So when you train, you create sweaty undergarments, shorts, vest, top. You're creating washing, and that was the main problem, was getting washing done. Whilst I was pottering about, staying in this hotel or that B&B. Every day I sold my own merchandise. I worked for myself, done manual labour. Always made enough money every day to get somewhere to stay that night. And luckily, the place where I have Sunday dinner, the place where I go and see Sunday dinner, he's got places, he's got flats and stuff, and he offered me a place,
mm,
because they got to know us. These guys got to know us, they like us, and they've given me a great, where I live, man. I owe them as well. I
uh,
don't just say I'm grateful. I show the gratitude, if that makes sense.
yeah.
I show them that I appreciate it. So I promote their businesses. I promote as much as I can. Try and all the folk that help me, I try and help them. You know,
Absolutely.
swings and roundabouts, mate, isn't it? You know?
Yeah, and also, you know what goes around comes around as well, and what you put out
Wow.
back to you. And you know, on the subject of that as well, I'd like to touch on that. If there are people who are struggling listening to this, you know, with the mental health side, with like what you were saying there, you know, the homelessness and the struggles, any of these kinds of struggles, really, I'd like to get your advice for like what you would say to those people and what advice you would give to them to
Okay.
make positive change. You know?
Okay. The best thing I found for my mental well-being is exercise, making the body, pushing the body to do things I don't normally want to do, wouldn't normally want to do, but realizing that I can actually push past them boundaries. Um, the best thing to do is join a gym, hang around with folk that are on the same mindset and same path. If you hang around with folk that want to better their lives, want to heal, want to lift you up. Don't hang around with folk that always put anyone who puts you down. You want to cut them away, get away from them. Try and raise your energy as much as possible. Help your local community. Do things that bring love and joy to the heart, and you'll find that you start things start getting a little bit easier and a little bit more. You can cope a bit better, especially when you got them days when you've got a gym pass. Well, you get a gym pass, right? And there's them days where you go, I can't be bothered today. But then you go and then you feel amazing afterwards. That's because the brain releases natural dopamine, serotonins, endorphins from exercise. And I know it sounds mad, but it's true. If you push the body to sweat, it releases its own chemicals and makes you feel better. And then every time I've ever thought to myself, I'm not going to go to gym, and I've gone anywhere, I've always thought, I'm glad I can. So my best advice to anyone is join a gym or a local boxing club or a football club or a rugby club, some sort of physical activity. Um, some sort of physical activity. There are good, also brain activity clubs you could join, but I would suggest you put the body through its paces, tie up them shoelaces, because trainers are free. Trainers are free. You could
Yeah,
tie your shoelaces up and go for a little for half a mile run, and you'll feel great from that. Fitness is true medicine.
absolutely,
Oh, that's
absolutely.
it. That's what I found anyway.
I love it. Absolutely love it. Yeah, I mean, it's so important. Absolutely so important. Another thing I'd like to mention briefly as well before, because in a minute I'm going to talk to you about your future plans and things as well. But before we do, one other thing, when I see some of your posts and stuff, you seem to have like a little bit of a spiritual side, and you seem to have like a side of you that's in that kind of stuff. And I know I said here we'll talk about only the things you're comfortable with, but I'm mentioning that just because I think it's of value to
Yeah,
people to hear about that, and I'm not saying to people, that anyone has to follow this path or that path or
yeah,
anything. I want to show people a little bit more about the spiritual side of life, which you obviously have embraced. So can we touch on that as well a little bit?
yeah. Well, I just think strongly, strongly know that if you roam in this realm, committing no harm to anyone, no purpose lost, no purpose uh, foul, no harm, loss, or foul to any other living being, as long as you're roaming around with love in the heart, I think that you're living the correct way. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I've found that I'm, the more I love, the more I raise my the more I speak to folk about positive stuff, about the fights, the marathons, the boxing, like this video now, it's filling me with joy because it's lifting raising the vibration because I'm getting a chance to speak about things. You're giving me feedback, and that feedback lifts us up. That to myself is energy. If you were giving me grief, if someone say we're on a live feed now and there was folk commenting away on the screen, if they were commenting nastiness, they would put energy from their heart into that comment, into that written text word, and they'd want my eyes to scan it and take that energy in. Do you get what I'm saying? So
Uh-huh.
I look at life in frequency, energy, and vibration now, rather than cut and shut. I I think we're a lot more than what we're led to believe. I don't want
Absolutely.
to go right deep into the legal name type of things,
Yeah.
because it's a bit confusing for folk and that. All I can say is you follow the hashtag and you can get to grips with more what I would do. The hashtag is hashtag love campaigner, and
Yeah.
and you can make your own decision about what I'm about and what I do and what I say. Do you know what I'm saying? Because that's
ab-
your free will. Do you know what I
abs-
mean? I'm not for police. You'd have to think and do what I do and say. I just try my best to say, yo, I'm walking like a narrow path which is full of obstacles, and a lot of people walk a wide path. And I'm just trying to say, yo, it's this way. Do you know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
I
So
love it.
that's all I'll just say about the spiritual stuff now.
I love it. I love it. I'm really
But
glad you
the
mentioned
Lord
it.
be with you.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you on it. But a couple of other things as well then. Obviously, your future plans, this year, what 2025 is going to hold for you and what you think is coming next as well,
Okay.
I think is really valuable to mention because it's inspired on so many levels how you've won big, the age that you are now and still winning big.
41, yeah. 42 this year. Ooh. Yeah,
Um,
but look at a brother called Phil Hammond, mate.
yeah,
56-year-old throwing down with 22-year-olds, mate. Do you know what I mean? What guy? He's my biggest inspiration in the whole bare knuckle boxing world. That guy, that guy, 56-year-old man, still throwing down with 22-year-olds, mate. What guy? What guy? And he loves it, man. He gets in, he's like, yeah. Do you know?
that's going to be you. That's going to be you.
So,
Absolutely.
but the future, I think there's going to be an eliminator fight on the 29th of March. at Spartan Wars 21. And then I think I'm going to watch the Pit Wars, the new Pit Wars one at a place named Ashington, which is on 25th of this month. And my next fight is the 29th of March. I do think that'll be an eliminate, and then I'm maybe be going for a British title, maybe for another title. I do, if I'm not mistaken, I think they've discontinued the European middleweight title. So, but I reckon I'll encourage him to get me to defend it one day. Do you know what I mean? So I'm hoping so anyway. So, you know.
Absolutely, absolutely. So the future is very bright, and I'm excited to see what else you're going to win and which other belts you're going to get hold of and everything.
I will
And
be fighting. I will be fighting until I can't.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like you were saying about Phil, the other Phil. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's been
Yeah.
50 plus. Also, you were thanking people earlier as well, and you were thanking you were saying about how the family banded together to help you and all these amazing things. Are there other people you'd like to thank with sponsors and some other?
Yeah, definitely, definitely, mate. Right, a lot of my main supporters for what I do. They're not sponsors as such. They've just helped us out and bought a fair bit of my merch and helped me out in times of trouble. I just
Yeah,
want to say a few massive, massive shout outs and thank yous to the fighters of my kit and the Spartan official sportswear, uh, Off Street on Sports, Yorkshire Carpets Morley for supplying me with my merch and giving me the best boxing advice I've ever been given. Leggett's Jewelers in a place named Scunthorpe, Heritage Fireplace Heating Specialist for paying the first ever £100 deposit to the club that got me in the scene and got the first lot of tickets and got me on the fucking sorry language, sorry, got me through the flipping door. Also Peter Spakenshaw's Top Stitch that make my jumpers. CC's of Bawtry that really helped me one day when I was a bit low. Ideal Beds of Mexborough, Draftsman Ale House of Doncaster train station, Mr. Mobile, been supporting what I do way before I was a bare knuckle fighter. Unit 1, lovely lady. I've got to get I've got to get in touch with her. That's just reminded me. Cakes by Andrea, they told me to go down. I think she's got 50, she wants to buy 50 stickers off us next time I go down to a place named Scunny. So there's a good start to the day. True Beauty of a place named Burybridge, Astra Brines. And yeah, that's it, guys. And anyone at all that has ever bought one of my stickers, because I wouldn't have made it, I wouldn't have got that belt. I would have never have got that belt if it wasn't for the merch and the customers that support my journey through my mental health stickers. Peace, thank you so much. And respect to all the members of the club that contributed and fans that contributed to helping us last year with the Christmas and everyone that's supported in any way, shape, or form this journey. I love you. And I love you, brother called Liam, for giving me this opportunity for a little podcast. Cheers, man.
you're welcome. You're absolutely welcome. I mean, it's overdue, so I'm really glad we got there, and I'm really glad you spoke from your heart. I got to run.
I'm different. I'm different to most bare knuckle fighters, man. Simple as that. I'm just different.
I love it. I love it. Keep shining bright because you're giving a lot of people hope and inspiration. Big love to you. I got to run because it's later over here, and I'm having dinner with my family shortly. But
No, man. I hope you have a beautiful evening.
and you as well, my friend. You as well. We will speak soon. God bless, and thank you
Thank
so
you,
much
man.
again for your time.
Peace be with you, brother. Let me know when it's online so I can share.
I will. I'll send it you. Yeah, but yeah, one love, absolutely, and we'll speak soon. All right,
Thank
peace.
you, man. Have a great evening, man. Peace.
And
Have a
you,
nice
peace.
day.
Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to the Simply Inspired YouTube channel, and there'll be more videos coming soon.